Hey man, is y'all ready? This chapter was hilarious, bro. Who knew that Dia's power was so funny, bro? This took me back to when he chin-checked Ruto. I'm just gonna assume that he did that and he made him big. Because according to this, it's like when he punches something, he steals its power and it swells up, right? That's kind of the gist that we got of it. I always knew it was something weird, but like, I didn't know it was this. But that's besides the point. So now we are getting to the nitty-gritty, right? But before we get to the nitty gritty, let me go ahead and play this intro real quick. So now we have a better understanding of what Dia and BROT can do together. And again, I'm not calling him bro and I'm not calling Dia dear because it sounds ridiculous. And Bundus, his ability is creepier than I thought it was because at first I just thought it was like recon, right? I'm like, look, he's got these little fingers rolling around. I mean, I still think they're recon, but he's got these little fingers running around, man. It's kind of weird, kind of creepy. But now we see this gigantic ass exoskeleton on the back of his shit, right? Like they form a hand, Sahando, you know, type shit. It's really crazy. This is the stuff that they always talk about in movies, you know, it's the triumphant hero's return, right? Where we are now making our move. It's like the villains, and that's also something that I gotta say, right? That's also something I gotta say. It's something that I've talked about this before. I remember talking about this with my friends years ago. It's like, this is how you know when the heroes are going to win, right? When the villains make the move first. Not us going to them. No. It's when the villains make the move first and do some drastic shit. So this is what it symbolized to me. Who went first? Zodil and his crew kidnapped gang. So that was first. And now that they did all their shit, now we're getting our shit out the way. So I like that because, like I said, it not only sets the tone, but we understand how things are gonna work. And I really, really like that. So let's get back into this because this is some of the coolest paneling we've seen in a minute. And I'm not talking about like strictly art-wise. I'm talking about what they give off, right? The emotion and feeling they give off. Dude, Dia and BROT are so sick. This is one of my favorite panels in all of Gachi. I love the symbolism of the bros, bro. It's so tight. Like, again, we talk about camaraderie a lot and we talk about them working together and their complete trust in each other. That is something that's passed down from Corvus because that's what he requires for everybody to be a cleaner. You know what I mean? And this is a image of that, but that doesn't hold a candle to what happens next. Because remember, I talked about it last week. I thought that BROT's ability was recon as well, but that's not the case because he just slingshot Dia. Let's just go over the names real quick because I thought it was kind of weird, right? Cloth and Centralian. Cloth, I get it, you know what I mean? Because that's what the headband is. But Dia's doesn't make any sense unless K Urana knows what Centralian means. Maybe this is just a mistranslation as well. Because I Googled Centralian because I was like, bro, what is that? And it comes up as, you know, some like sea basin in Australia. And I'm like, what? I was confused. But when he ended up slingshotting Dia across the map, bro, I was like, yo, he about to fly through the walls? Because this image right here is super sick. I didn't color this yet. I don't know if I will in the future, but I didn't color it. And as soon as he goes to hit the wall, bro, I saw this and I'm like, what is that? And the first thing that came to my mind, bro, it's like those SpongeBob moments, bro. It's like, you know, as soon as some wild off the wall shit's about to happen and then those dog chew toy noises happens, those squeaks, that was initially what I thought, bro, because I saw this and this is exactly what I heard. Bro, I was losing my mind. And that's not even the funniest part, bro. The funniest part is looking at Bundus's reaction to this whole shebang, bro. Look at his face. Bro, he cannot believe what the hell is going on. He can't believe. It feels like he got rickrolled, right? It feels like he thought he was about to see one of the greatest things in the world and ended up getting rickrolled. And then BROT gives a compelling speech, right? I'm like, maybe he's not gonna give a compelling speech because, it's a super funny moment. But he goes on to say, when a kid is trying to move forward, it's the grown-ups that stop them that does the most harm, if you ask me. I agree. Life lesson. Besides, you get the chance to hear the sounds of growth, and it sounds pretty good. And then the walls explode, bro. And that's when we learn what the power of Centralian is, right? The more he hits his target, the more he sucks up its power to make himself stronger. Drain. That is the power of Centralian, which is really cool because what this means is, I'm not gonna lie, he maybe holds one of the more powerful Jinkis in Gachi, right? Because this not only is a semblance of power, but it's also a control mechanism, right? Because this means that he can control the outcome of a fight. Like, he can keep things under control, which I deem very, very useful, and that probably makes the most sense for this entire team, right? And I'm talking about Team Child, BROT, Dia, and Guida, because maybe this power is to counter some shit that Guida does, because maybe she goes out of control too. So he needs to neutralize whatever she's going to do so that way she can maintain a calm. You know what I mean? Because maybe she goes into kaiju form and she can't control herself, right? Maybe she gets way too strong. I don't know, man. This is just something that I thought about while I was reading this, and I'm like, man, you know what? Maybe this could be true, but we'll have to see about that. But anyways, the whole wall explodes, bro, and Dia looks pissed, right? Dia looks kind of pissed. He's like, This also poses the question, just how strong can Dia get? Just how much energy can he absorb before he explodes? Or even if he explodes, like, what's the ceiling? Honestly, I don't want to think too hard into it, or I don't want to go too far into it, because a lot of the times, like, power scalers, they like, oh man, this is just too broken, bro. It doesn't make any sense. Honestly, Jinkis themselves don't. I don't like to put a limit on what a Jinki is, because it's the power of your imagination, bro. That is literally the scale of Gachi, right? Your imagination, just how much love and care can you put into an item, and your mind is the playground for the Jinki. So honestly, we can see a ceiling for it, but it's not anything to blow up your brain about, you know what I mean? But anyways, let's get back into this, bro. Bundus is now on the return, because now we see this weird ass contraption coming out of his shoulder, which I was afraid of in the first place, right? Like, I was like, all right, this shit might be a little too much because these fingers are creepy looking, but he's got two different sets, right? He's got one set which looks like a normal hand, and then he's got claws on the other one, which is kind of creepy. But let's not deter from the fact of what he said earlier on, right? I don't think he means them any harm. Honestly, I don't. I really don't. Because he thinks it's convenient, right, for this fight to be going on, because maybe he doesn't want to go up there anyway. Maybe he still has other things that he needs to take care of on the ground floor, because he also says all my questions and personal goals will have to wait, meaning he believes that they're not going to go anywhere yet, because he still feels like there's going to be a conversation after this, which I think is an inkling as to, obviously, we're winning this. But that's also not it, because there was another thing that BROT ended up saying. He's like, we've been in here without our masks this whole time. How are we still okay? And he continues on saying, normally the more gigantic a trash beast is, the more toxic material it spews out. And Bundus says, all I can say is that it's a unique specimen, and he also wishes he knew. But we know what that is, because the core are Jinkis. At the heart, it's not just all trash. It's made up of other people's precious items. So maybe that has an effect as to like why, things aren't like, they're not fucked up. But I don't know, man. I really enjoyed this chapter. I really did, because I've wanted to see what BROT and Dia could do. And now that I've seen what they can do, and I've seen the camaraderie and the team effort here, I'm very, very excited to see what else happens. Because let's just say for the sake of this video, that I don't think that that's BROT's full ability. I think there's more to it, because he is the leader of the team. Maybe there's more to that cloth than just, whipping somebody across the stage. We'll really just have to see next chapter. Anyways, man, let me know what y'all thought down below. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new. Thank you guys for continuously coming out every week and checking out my videos, right? Week in, week out, we just hang out, talk about Gachi and stuff like that. Really, 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 really appreciate it. 5K, right? I wanted to hit 5K by the end of summer, but so far, man, it's tough, bro. It's tough. I haven't had a video, like, I haven't had one of those, like, out of the park videos yet. And to be honest, I don't even know if it's gonna come, but we'll just have to see. I actually do have a video planned, one that I'm actually putting a lot of work into, so we'll just have to see where that goes. Enough rambling. Y'all enjoyed y'all time here. If y'all did, man, make sure y'all let me know. And with that being said, it's your boy, DomoSenpai, and I will catch you guys in the next video.